Right, well, it must be phone season because there seem to be a lot of them around at the moment. And this is another very nice example. It's the Motorola Edge 60 Fusion. So it's sort of at that kind of mid range price range at about $799, $800. Which is, I don't think that's too steep for a phone these days. And I think you're about to find out that you get a pretty good phone for the money. So to start with, being part of Motorola's sort of Edge family, the Edge 60 Fusion, it's one of those phones that as soon as you pick it up, you go, ooh, that feels nice. Why does that feel so nice? And it feels so nice because it's got this quad curve display, if you like, this quad curve design. So it curves away sharply on both edges. So there's no real edge at all. And then it also curves top and bottom as well. So it's just got a real nice flow to it, and it's sort of got the slightly longer skinnier aspect ratio as well. So it's very, very comfortable to hold. It's a very light phone, and because of its curviness, so you can see the camera module on the back there. It sticks up a little way, but not really that far, and it just has a nice curve up to it as well. There's actually not that many phones around that are sort of done with all this accentuating the curves these days. They've all gone to that sort of sharp cornered quite thick edge design, a lot of them. So I actually really like this. Like I say, it feels really nice, and it just, if you're wearing a nice blazer like this, just slips into that pocket there. You can't even feel that it's there really, and you won't even see it from the outside. So yeah, it's very slim, very nice. And part of the reason that it's so light is this back panel, which is kind of this soft touch sort of faux leather. They also, Motorola also describes it as being inspired by canvas as well. So it's got that sort of gives you an idea of what that feels like there. It comes in, what's this color called now? Slipstream. So it's a sort of a purpley blue colour. There's also Zephyr, which is like a pink colour as well. So very, very elegant device indeed. Yes, as you can see, it's got quite a fancy camera array on the back there. You're getting your ultra wide. A really good 50 megapixel shooting there. It's all also aided by the Moto AI. There's a lot of AI going on. It's not so much the in-your-face AI with the Motorola devices, which I quite like. It's just sort of there, helping you along with things like, your photo edits and your filters and things like that. But yeah, there's a whole lot of different focal lengths available to you there, so you can get your wide shots, you can get your portrait shots. It does really good. There's good zoom and good macro shooting as well, which I find that's more and more important for me, especially when I do these reviews and I want to take close-up pictures of devices and things. It's amazing how they've sort of gone away from that. You've got to have either a good zoom lens or a dedicated macro camera to do that. This phone can definitely do that. We'll come back to the cameras in a minute. I want to talk about the fact that even though it is a really elegant device, it's actually also really tough. It's drop tested. It's IP68 and IP69 against water and dust. So that IP69 rating means that they've really fired water at it at quite high pressure. It can withstand all that. You can dunk it, no problems at all. It's also got that military standard that a lot of devices seem to boast about these days, which means you can take it very high. It can suffer extreme cold, extreme heat, all of that stuff. So yeah, surprisingly durable as well as being good looking, this phone, sort of the best of both worlds. Speaking of good looking, amazing display on here. It's got the full 120 hertz refresh rate and all of that. It's a 300 hertz touch response. So it's very responsive. There's a reasonable MediaTek Dimensity chip running things as well. So yeah, it's all quite zippy and has a nice flow to it. But what really blew my mind is that it's got a peak brightness of 4,500 nits, which yeah, if you don't know what a nit is, don't worry, I don't either, but I know from reviewing quite a few devices with screens that sort of anything above 2000 is very bright. So if it can get up to 4,500, that's might be the brightest of anything that I have seen. So yeah, you can definitely use this phone outside, no problems at all, and in bright lighting conditions. What else can I tell you about? Yeah, so that going back to that AI, you can it sort of learns your habits, learns from your schedules, all that sort of thing, and things that you've taken photos of, apps that you've used. So you can just ask Moto AI to give you an update of where things are at since you've been away from the phone, perhaps, and it'll summarize notifications that have come in, things that you need to see. You can also ask it to remind you about things. Remember this is another command that Moto AI understands. Then that's sort of like really just sort of taking an audio note, and then you can come back to that later. So that's all really useful stuff. Oh, just while I know we're jumping around a bit. If we just go back to the durability for a second, you also get this case in the box, which is quite nice. So very similar colouring. It's got a little sort of pale fleck to it. Can you just see that? So yeah, that complements the phone quite nicely. That's included in the box. It's just a very light case, so it doesn't really do anything to take away from that elegance, especially around the edges there, because there's no edges on it at all. Just really protecting the corners, the top and bottom of the phone. So that's quite nice to have that in the box as well. But yeah, so as you can tell, I'm really impressed. I do miss not having wireless charging on this, but you get 68 watt fast charging, which means that you basically get a whole day's performance with not a very long charge if you've got a high wattage fast charger to plug it into. So yes, you miss out on the wireless charging, but it won't take very long to to bump it up. So yeah, lots of exciting stuff. More details in the written review, of course. But let me take you inside the selfie cam, which we haven't discussed yet. 32 megapixel selfie cam, and it's pretty clever. It looks pretty good. How good? Let's find out. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, so here we are inside the Motorola Edge 60 Fusion. And yeah, we're shooting in 4K, 30 frames per second. And I think you can see just how clear it is, and how good the mic is as well. So the Edge 60 Fusion actually has AI audio abilities. So when it's filming, it'll focus the mic on whatever you're zoomed in on. So if it's something far away, it'll try and pick that up and lower the background noise sort of thing. So it really, it makes it like a real movie experience from those videos. So anyway, I thought I'd just show off how good that 32 megapixel selfie cam is on this device. And now I'm going to shut it down and slip it back into my pocket again, because it just slips in there so elegantly.